The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
4 quarters between one of these teams and a spot in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. Well, this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Ready.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Got it. Ready?
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Pass play now. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That's complete to Slaw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Okay, break.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Go. Cowboy 80. W Lions.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
18-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 3rd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
19 tight. Let go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Headed out right. This is brought in by Laporta. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 18.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down and goal to go.
Cougar 19. 60. Go.
First down, play action. Buying some time left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is it was just...
He will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. On the return, here's Jones. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
They're on the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. They've got 2nd and 4.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate, but it's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That one gains 7. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lamar out of the pistol. That one's complete, right side. He's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the...
Into a crowd, and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Down at the 43-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
19.
He's going to throw this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
3rd and long for him here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Lions have a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Still has some space inside the 35. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20.
It's a
28-yard pickup there. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Panther Street. Panther 70 Timberwolves.
Looking inside the red zone. Complete left side. It's just long. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kay, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to throw. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. That one splits the uprights. The Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. We just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Jackson to throw it. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Sending the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Puts everything he has under this one. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Lions are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. They go play action on 1st down. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He's dropping back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Absolutely fires this one right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Lions ready for the punt. Jones out there to return it. He spins right by him. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Buying some time right. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Chased down to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. This is a heater going deep. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
They start on the ground with Gibbs. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Tag! Go street! Panther 18! Pioneer! Street! Stop low! Check! Check! Ready?
I'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They gain 11 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Come on.
Off the gun they go with Gibbs. Rob flat, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get it back around the 39-yard line.
at their own 39-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's back. Here's Barkley. And they make the tackle at the 38. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
He's running with it, and he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Barkley on the pistol again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work on the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Dime coverage from the Lions. 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got Jones for the completion. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down, a run with Barkley. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Now it's Lamar. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Bails out of the pocket quick. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Isaac Tisla there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Nice.
Again to throw on 2nd. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Eagles get to it. And they're going to take over with a 1st and goal here. Cover the fumble, and now a great chance to make their opponents pay. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
It's 6 yards on the gain, and now they've got 2nd and goal from the 1. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. Stick around for more from Ford Field on its way. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. It's Barkley again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Barkley. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it 4th and goal. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. High percentage look for him here from the left half. Elliott connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kind of a good thing they got the football where they did coming off that fumble recovery. It's disappointing as an offense when you can't move the ball. At least your kicker can pick you up.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. Just before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions drive their lead to 11.
Lions 21, Eagles 10.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. On the return, here's Jones. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
Their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. That's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Third and long, they're going to throw. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Drive begins with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That's a pickup of 9. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboys. Mustang 19. Ready.
Back now. Pressure coming. Fits it through the middle. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
17 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
And he spiked it just in time, so now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. On the return, here's Jones. Shoots another one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a brilliant defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second down, Jackson to pass. Look at that power, deep left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. And they're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboys.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Rolling out to his left. Now here he goes. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Go check! Go check!
They'll go right side with Gibbs. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Motion. 19 Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Throw here, third down. Finds him on a slant. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. This play goes for 36. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll have a short pickup down to 17. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready,
back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 13-point lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Eagles 17.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Play fake, Jackson. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up third down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll air it out on third. It's a screen to Barkley. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of it. They have it a little further up, past their own 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready, set.
New set of downs for them from the 31.
Get it. Ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions. We going to go.
Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this to about the 43. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. And he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Liking 18, Panthers strict.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
60 Bison. Go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kit, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
You know he was lobbying for his chance to try that kick, and look at what he was able to do. That is a new record. The longest kick ever made on an NFL field, and it really took perfection, Kate, across the board. The snap, the hold, and he hit that ball perfectly to break the record.
At their own 27-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Lamar out of the pistol. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. They didn't want for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Jackson now on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Starts his return from the 23. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check, stop.
There's Gibbs on the carry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Ready.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. That's grabbed at the 10. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 17-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Lamar now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Eagles football, and they trail. Need to fight to keep their postseason going. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, here's Lamar. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Now he takes it. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those 2, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Eagles are in punt formation. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the set.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Back to Gibbs now on 2nd. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that That is good for a Detroit first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Here we go. On
first down, they'll run. And those running lanes are closing up fast, aren't they? He's out to just a yard.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He'll call his own number. They get to him behind the line, Brock. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming.
60 Bison. Ready.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Screen here for Gibbs. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
A big loss.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. Takes this in at the 25. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Caught, nice gain left side. Down to the 10. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 10.
24.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70.
They start on the ground with Gibbs. Nearly starts the drive with the 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Go.
Setting him on the dive. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60.
Here's a throw. It's on target to Williams. He's able to cross midfield before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Go, Riggs. Liking 18.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. On the move, past the 40. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Panther Street, Cowboy 80. Ready?
Another one for Gibbs. They're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
Well, that play right there, that that one is why linemen, they run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off that leads to stops like that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Pass play coming here. All in left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're going to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for second down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Eagles trailing by 13. Well, even after the dropped INT, Brock, this drive's days seem numbered. They've got third and long here. From the gun, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's fourth and long.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. Third and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Second quarterback run here.
Let's go now.
Lining up to take a knee on second down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He's drawing up for him. Setting up for the kneel down on third.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
He's drawing up for him.